Key, this is the furthest Anthony Davis has ever been in the playoffs in his career. There were some doubters. Does he have it? Does he want to take the mantle from LeBron? LeBron's trying to hand it to him. Furthest he's ever been in the postseason, courtesy of his own shot to put the Lakers halfway home to the finals.
He still has a young career, right? I mean, he's still young. I mean, everybody thinks he's like 15 years in. That's not, what is this, his sixth year? I mean, so he's still relatively young, and he was playing for the Pelicans. So it's not like he was on a dominant team.
And he's been hurt.
And he's been, somewhat in and out of the lineup here and there. Look, I said it before, if you could get 55-plus combined from those two with everybody else kind of pitching in a little bit, even Kuz had a dunk, not Kuz, but Caruso had a flush on him last night. I was like, okay. So when you start to get that going, you know that you got a tough out. You just know. LeBron can be off and not doing everything you want him to do from a scoring standpoint, but when everybody else is chipping in, you know you're going to have a real tough out. Now, and I think whoever comes out of the East, that's what they're going to face. They're going to face a tough out.
Yeah, AD's been in the league for 8 years, but look, this is very similar, and it goes back. It goes back to that comment I made before about LeBron being with D Wade down in Miami, right?
Be careful.
That same conversation. No, sorry, I'm gonna go there. That's what this show does. The conversation around that was D Wade saying, "Hey, LeBron, take the torch, take it, right? Like we win here. This is how we do it." We're watching the same thing now. We're watching LeBron James pass the torch to AD. AD, kind of similar personality at first, right? Like, I'm not saying AD's extremely gifted, but a little bit passive from time to time, even though he's there. LeBron's like, hey, I need you to be a dog all the time. And now we're seeing AD be that guy. We're watching the same thing that happened to LeBron with D-Wade happening with LeBron now passing the torch to Anthony Davis.
See, I don't really look at it as
it's
like Jay Will.
Passing the torch of a mindset. That's what I meant. The
Jay
mindset.
Will is saying, passing the torch. From a mindset standpoint, I look at it as they dialed it up so that either one of those two could take the final shot. And AD just happened to be the guy that was left wide open. So therefore, they have the confidence that he could hit the big three, which he did.
One thing we should mention, they hit that game-winning shot wearing Kobe-inspired Black Mamba jerseys that Kobe himself helped to develop and design. If you're wondering, the other players that have hit game-winning shots in Lakers postseason history, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Robert Horry,
Big Bob,
Metta World Peace, Derek Fisher, and the late, great Kobe Bryant. And after the game, Frank Vogel couldn't help but notice wearing those jerseys, hitting that shot, reminding Frank of one man.
Well, we want to embody what Kobe Bryant stood for, and honor his memory. And obviously, there's certain games where we're going to feel it a little bit more than others. When we have that uniform on, I think we feel it more than others. And, that's a shot Kobe Bryant would hit. So to me, AD coming off, just flying to the wing like that with a catch and shoot, with the game on the line in the biggest moment of our season, nothing but net. It's a Mamba shot.
How about that?
No, I mean, it's true. It's so crazy because as I watched the highlight, his form from that angle, even though he's a 7-footer, his form, just as crazy as it may sound, looked like Kobe shooting the three. It just had that look to it. But that's what it is, man. It feels good to be up 2-0. I know that. That's for sure.
That's a 7-footer over a 7-footer for a game-winning shot. It's a 7-footer over a 7-footer.
Yeah, but one 7-footer can't jump. The other dude can jump out the gym.
But it's and when you watch the shot, actually going back and watching tape this morning, I mean, he got it off. He was still over Nikola Jokic. But all I was saying is that, and Key, you made this point initially, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, that whenever you feel this positive energy around this Lakers team, whenever you see them make shots like that, it just, and I'm not saying that other teams aren't playing for something bigger than themselves, but you just, I don't know how you don't pay attention to the Lakers and not feel the presence of something like that. You know what I'm saying, Key?
Yeah.
Not feel the presence of thinking of Kobe Bryant and them embracing that, owning that energy, and really having that translate through how they play.
Well, as I said before, when we talked about LeBron in the past, about can he get it done? Will he get it done? All of those sort of things. There is no option for LeBron other than getting it done. He knows that. He's put that out there on record. He knows what the deal is, and everybody within the organization knows the deal. Yes, it's about winning a championship as a Laker, but it's also about winning it at a time when we lose Kobe Bryant. It's also about winning it in this pandemic. It's also about winning of everything that we're doing and dealing with in the country. That's what it is. And you're right there. You're right there.
There's some sort of karma about hitting that shot wearing those jerseys. There's something else. There's a higher power at work. Certainly, I think. I mean, I believe in that stuff for sure in the world of sports. By the way, Game 3, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, so they're going to be right back at it tomorrow night. We're going to have to wait a couple days until we get the Celtics and the Heat. Anthony Davis scored the final 10 points of the game. That's another thing that hasn't been mentioned. Obviously, the last 3 were great, but he scored the final 10. This is after Jokic had reeled off 11 in a row earlier, and it really looked like the Nuggets were in control.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.